Welcome. This is Kelly AG with Kelly or Stampin' with Kelly, or my page is Kelly Stamps on Facebook. I am redoing my video from yesterday because Facebook changed things and my screen was only about this wide. So I'm just gonna go ahead and redo my projects, I'm sorry. And just to show you how to do them because they're really awesome. And what I'm using today is the Tree Lot dies and the fabulous frames, the silver foil, and then I'm also using the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. Okay, but we will get started. I just kind of wanted to briefly show you. This is a celebration item, and I had it all nice and neat yesterday, but I had to recut everything. So just to, you know, kind of show you, we'll kind of work in, I'll show you which ones I'm using. Okay, so like for instance, this card, our first card that we're working with, I'm using Old Olive for the back of the trees, which are these dies. And then this die is the Pear Pizzazz, the lighter one. Okay, so I'm doing that. And then this is the camper, the white part of the camper. And then this piece will actually cut this piece and that piece together. And then I did a little trick for the tires. So I just actually took and ran it through about there. So I would get just the bottom part of this, okay? And then there's the little stars and the flags and everything else is in here. But what I did when I ran the trees through, since on this card, I did just the opposite, I took and ran all 6 dies through at the same time. So then I got the darker here with the lighter, the Pear Pizzazz, or the Old Olive on the Pear Pizzazz, and then just the opposite here. So that kind of made it go a little bit quicker for cutting things out, okay? And since I was unable to get the trees, what was it, the trees for sale, the stamp set, can't get it back until hopefully July 25th. We'll be able to order it again. But so I used the Brightest Glow, let me see, stamp set, and it's really awesome because it has a lot of really nice Christmas greetings, the sentiments in it. So I'm going to be using that, okay? But I will order the other stamp set as well because I really like it and it coordinates with this. But what I'm starting out with, the card number 1 is the Real Red, and it's 5.5 by 8.5. And I cut a piece that is, let's see, this is 3 7/8 by, let's see, it's 5 1/8. Okay, so this one is 3 3/4 by 5. So that's just a 1/4 inch bigger. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and this is the time, let's see, the Time Worn folder. So, and then there are words on it, so you kind of, I don't know, they seem kind of backwards, but you want to make sure that you got them going the right way. Maybe I have, let's see. No, I don't think it matters, but I don't think anyone's going to really notice extreme if you do mess up. Okay, but it just kind of gives the background a little something, so it's just not a plain white piece of paper. When I do my cards, I have found I really do like using the Tombow glue. It gives me a little wiggle room to move things around. Okay, so there we go. We got this. Now, and hopefully I'm not shaking my camera too much by doing that, but what I have that I'm using, and it's really helpful in this, you know, using these little parts, is my silicone mat. So what I have here is my little white trailer, and before I put this piece on, I wanted my wheel to match, okay? And then also before I forget, this little round circle is actually the window cutout, okay? So make sure you save that. And I'm going to show you what I did. I wanted to hitch, and you got to make sure there's the door. So you just want to cut that on a slight angle because that's going to go underneath. And then my tire, I actually just snipped right off at the tire. I have to cut a little bit here. I always get this extra little piece on here, but that will help. So I'm going to put this on my tire, and guess what I got? I got my little tweezers, so I'm going to go ahead and use them, which I probably got that. I got to get used to using them. I just got them yesterday with the embossing kit. So I'm going to add my little, I don't know if you call it wheel well or whatever, but I also like using my pick too. I did not cut that center of the wheel in half. I didn't feel I needed to. You can if you want. You don't have to, but, and then I'm going to add, I guess I'll add it here. Just adding a little glue on the hitch. And I think I'm just going to flip this over because I got too much glue on it and I don't want to get it on my tweezers. Oh, I got way too much glue on there. You guys see it squirt out, but that's okay because it's on my silicone mat. I'll be able to wash that right off. Okay, so now I'm going to add this to the bottom. It's like we're paper piecing, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to add that right there. I don't know if you've seen the 3 projects. We were doing the 2 cards and then this cute little, like a treat holder, okay? So then the other thing is, let's get this top on. I said in my video yesterday, this is a little tedious. I'm not sure you want to do tons of them, but you can if you want. Just kind of create a little line. So what I'm doing on mine is I actually did vellum for the window in the door and the camper. So I just cut a piece of vellum, which I got this way too long, so I'm going to trim it. And I just added my glue. You can add it all around if you want, but I didn't find it necessary. I just kind of added it right on the sides there, okay? And then I can flip that over, and there is, I did some red little curtains. So let's see. Oops. So I'm just going to put a little glue right there. And I'm just putting them on the outside because when you do them inside, you don't really hardly see them. So, okay. And then I'm going to do my little banner, and I just cut this out in real red. And I forgot to tell you, I was using the basic white Tahitian Tide, and then the real red on this card. And then I got, for the trees, I got the Pear Pizzazz and the Oud Olive. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of hang that right over there. And then the little wreath, which hopefully I got here, is the Oud Olive. And then I got the bow that is the real red. So I just kind of put that on there. See, it helps that I have nails because I can kind of put this stuff on pretty good. But I know the tweezers would help, so I got to get used to using these because I know for small little things they are helpful. And I put that right on the bottom there because it kind of fills in that bottom part of the door. Okay, so I got that done. Now, a little tip for putting the trees on. I'm just using a little Tombow glue and putting it on a clear block, and it will wash right off right away. And then I got my trees here. It's 3 different sizes. And this is what goes on top. And what I take is either like my the sponges we used to have, or I got just a little sponge dauber, and I just kind of go, it's kind of sticky because I forgot to put this in a bag. What I do to save this is put it in a little plastic bag and mark that you use it for glue, and it'll kind of stay moist and not get all hard and yucky. Okay, so I just did that so you're not like smearing the glue all over. Okay, and then you can kind of like spread it around better. So I hope I don't lose one of my stars. Okay. There. And that is kind of all the gluing we need for now. So what I'm going to do is stamp my season's greeting just in the Memento ink. And then I have a nice little saying for the inside. So let's see if I can stamp this. I should put my labels on. Oops, I didn't get the S very good. Let's redo this. Okay, there's Season's Greetings. So inside my card says, is hoping your Christmas shines bright with the love of family and friends. And I just thought that was so nice. Now, if I had the other stamp set, I would probably stamp a tree or something inside, but I don't have that. So, or on the envelope would be nice too. So let's go ahead and put this together. Let me put this back so I don't lose it. When I was cutting this stuff, I don't know, I just kept like losing everything on the floor. Okay. And I did post all my projects, all 4, or I'm doing 3 projects, but I had like a little, like another project that I had made, and I was just going to show you at the end of the video, okay? So I just glued the trees down, and I'm going to pop up the camper. So let's see, I did the medium one there, so I'm going to do the little one here. You can put the trees however you want. I don't know if you've camped before, but it's nice if you get any kind of trees in your campsite. It helps. Okay, so there's that, and we will pop up, let's see, pop up the camper. I think it's kind of cute to put the wheel the same color as your camper, like, you know, the, not the white, but the color that you use, and I think it just kind of finishes it off. That's why I did that. I know the summer is going so fast that got to start making those Christmas cards now. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna put this up just a tad bit higher. Okay, so my season's greetings. I'm going to just, I'm gonna take off just a hair on the bottom. I don't like it so, quite so wide, so I'm just doing this. And just at an angle. Cut both of them. Okay, I think I might even take a little bit off here. I use these bigger scissors because it's easier to cut it straighter if you're cutting it. There we go. Okay, so I am going to pop that up, and I need to cut some of these in half, I think. I should just find my mini dimensionals. I'm sure I got some somewhere. But you can cut these in half, and might hear my poor doggy kind of, he's underneath the table. He's getting kind of old, but he still likes to play and run. Poor little thing. I don't know. He must be about, I don't know, at least 15 years old. So he's getting up there. Okay. All right. And then for the stars, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm on the tree a little bit. So for the stars, I'm just going to add a little glue. Okay. On the front, and use my pick tool and just add them. I just love this card. I wanted something, I used this blue because I wanted something a little bit brighter than like the pool party or the balmy blue. So I like that. It turned out good. So let me know what you think. I will upload this to YouTube, so you can always comment or join me or whatever. Okay, so that's card number 1. This is card number 2. And we kind of got the same concept here with the of how the card is made, I guess. So let me see here. So I got the real red. Same thing, the 5.5 by 8.5. And then I have a 4 by 5.25 piece. And I need the full piece because I used the frame. And I did that in the silver foil because I kind of wanted this to look like a picture. Okay, so let me glue this down. Okay. And then what I did is I did all the dimensionals on the back, and I got quite a few in here. So you want it so it's I'm just pulling all these backings off and putting them on the side, but you want to make sure that your frame is level. And what would work really well is we have the strips of the dimensional. I may have to buy a new pack because I know what I had left where I don't know where that is, but I didn't have much. So, but that would be perfect on here. It's like little sheets that are thin enough that they would fit just perfect. Because when your frame goes through the mail, you want it to kind of stay puffed up the whole time. Okay, so the biggest thing now with all the dimensionals is before you actually set it down is just make sure you're as even as you can be, okay? That would need to be a little higher on this side. There, I think that's good. Okay. So on the inside, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that right away. I stamped the same thing. Okay. So we'll go ahead and stamp that, and then I'll do my happy holidays right away. And hopefully I can get them on my thin little, I think that's just 1/4 of an inch. I didn't want it too thick. I gotta remember to bring up the one side. Let's see. Ah, there we go. I had to bring up the happy side to make it even. Okay, so we're good with that. So we will, let's see. I'm going to put that inside here. And I'm just doing this one on an angle too. Nothing fancy, just something a little bit different than straight. I could have used a die to cut it out, but it wasn't really necessary. Make sure I put this in the right way. Okay, so that is done. So now I'm going to bring my mat back out. And I'm going to do the same thing with these trees. And then we will build our, let me just put this over here. Then we'll build our camper. I'm just trying to see it there. Like, this is tacky. I didn't even wash it from yesterday, but it's not like horrible. So that's the nice part about the mat. Okay, I'm just going to kind of use the glue like I did last time. Let me make sure I got these flipped the right way and all the little pieces out of them. You know what? Why does that look too big? Let me see here. And if I accidentally cut out, I did. I accidentally cut out 2 of the mediums and not the small. Oh, well, I'm going to be trimming some. We'll fix it. So I got to make sure I don't put it on the bottom. I should have cut out a small top. I don't know how I cut 2 mediums out. I think what happened is one I didn't run through twice, and it seemed like it didn't cut it very good, so I must have grabbed the wrong one. I don't know why I had trouble with just that one. I didn't have trouble with any other one, so that was kind of strange. I'm just going to kind of put some glue on top, and then I'm just going to trim it. So I think it'll be just fine. Let's see if it'll kind of fit. Oh yeah, good enough. So we'll just take and snip this off. Okay, there we go. Nobody will even know because I'm going to tuck it behind, so, or at least I think I am, but we may switch trees so we don't see that. Okay, so now we're going to build our camper again, and I cut this out in the silver foil, and I think there's like different shades because as you can see, this is more silver where this is more gray, but I like it. So we're going with the Airstream look. So first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and add my vellum, just like I did in the other one. You don't need much. Oops, that's a little wide. There we go. I guess I could have cut it smaller too. You just want to be careful not to get like glue on this because it shows. And I'm not going to do the, like it will show on the foil. I'm not going to do the hitch. I'm going to leave that, the silver. I'm just going to do the tire. So the tire is black. And then instead of white, I have the silver from cutting out the door. If I can tell, I'm getting lots of glue on my fingers. Okay, you want to just kind of make sure that that's even. Okay, just a little bit there. Pick that up. Now, like I said, you can cut that in half if you would like. I don't find it necessary that you have to, but. And then you add, because this has the stripes on it, so it looks like it's finished. So you definitely want to still add that, the top and the bottom. And I cut that out in the same silver. Okay. I'm going to add a little black curtain. I was going to do the red, but I decided to do the black instead. Oh, I stuck my hand right in the glue. Okay, so there's that. We're going to do the wreath. Now, my first card that I made of this, I popped the stars up on the trees with glue dots, and that was a mistake. They kept like popping back up, and they just weren't staying very good. So I decided to just put the stars back on the paper, on the white, and it worked out a lot better. Okay, and then also with the lights in the stamp set, they have where you can stamp the lights and then color them, and this will cut them out. I did that in red and it was way, way too thick. So I just decided to go with the little banner of the flags instead in the red. Now you could just cut these out in white and color them with the marker any color you want. Like you could do like a variety, so. And then I'm just going to snip this off. I got scissors right here. Just so it's not hanging over, okay? So we got that done. I just love this card. I hope you guys do too. Okay, let's get, not rid of this, but the little tree that I messed up on. Let's just put that, oh, I don't know. We'll kind of have to do the same, I guess, is what we did with this one, maybe. I don't think somebody wants a big tree right in front of their camper. So we'll just kind of put this down a little bit. And that's going there. So let's put that one a little bit higher. Now we can go ahead and add some dimensionals to our camper. We used to take our kids camping all the time when they were little. We loved it. And that's when we ended up buying our cabin because we kind of, I don't know, it was getting hard. You know, as they get older, it's easier, but yet in some ways harder because they want to take more stuff and, you know, got to be entertained a little bit more. But yet they can take care of themselves, set up their own tent. But it just kind of got like we had enough of the tent camping. We did have a camper and then we sold our vehicles, so we had to you know, change that out, and so it's always something. But we, you know, while we did it, we absolutely loved it. But I do love it up here in my camp or my cabin, so a little bit easier. And as you get older, because we went back to tents a couple of times, not a lot, but oh gosh, that gets hard. So, all right, let's see, what did I do with my happy holidays now that oh, it's right here on this one. Stuck in there. Okay, I just took and glued this on, okay? So I'm just going to put glue because I want to put it right on that bottom of that frame. You could pop it up, but I just think that's really awesome. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I hope you like it. I actually kind of like this gray almost better. It's like the gray silver. It just looks richer, I think, but whatever. Either way. Okay, so now for our last project, which is the fun one. I mean, they're all fun, but I really like that. But okay. Let me know if you like the card or not. Hopefully you do. Okay, so what I'm going to start here with is we'll kind of be doing our camper like we were. But I got an 1.5 inches of the basic white by 4. And on the 1.5 inches, or on the 4-inch side, I score 1 inch here and 1 inch there, okay? So here's our inch on each end, basically. So it'd actually be at 1 and at 3 inches. And then on the 1.5 inch side, you go 1/4 inch on each end. Okay, so I'll show you here. Now this is your little box. Okay, so it's like this. So you got your 1/4 inch on each of these and your inch on that. But what you're going to do to make it easy to bend, to fit on your camper, is when you fold this in, this inch side here, or inch score line, you're just going to nip those little corners, okay? So you get this. Okay, so you're going to do that on both ends. All right, and of course they go flying all over. So then you see you don't have that bulk I score them pretty good. You don't have the bulk to try to work around, okay? This is a tiny little piece to work with, so you gotta be patient, I guess. So let's go ahead and put together our camper. And what I did is the back is very plain. It's kind of hard because you can't turn it around. It obviously won't work. But so the front is going to be your main thing. So on the back, let's just do the back first, okay? So we're looking at it here. You're going to put your vellum, but before you put where the door is, I put my dot in there, okay? And I need to trim this down. I don't know why I was getting so crazy with the vellum. So what I did is I kind of did just like I always do, a little bit there, a little bit there. And then I put it on the door as well, a little dab of glue, okay? The window of the door. And you're just going to want to put your vellum there. So it goes right over there, and it kind of keeps that window in so it doesn't look like a door for the most part. Now, I think I put a curtain there, but you know what? I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it plain because, I don't know, it just kind of looks like, I don't know, like it shouldn't be there if the rest isn't all decorated, I guess. But you do what you want. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same here, but this is going to be the front we're working on. We're going to be working on this right here. Okay, so I put the vellum down because then we can work from the front. So hopefully my dog don't bark. He may. So if he does, I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to do the hitch, and you're just going to take this little corner off. You don't want to get the part with the door. Richie, okay? I think he gets dreaming, and then he gets moving all over. So I got the little wheel and the hitch, so let's do the wheel. Hopefully I'm in the I am, okay. And then I'm going to do, oh, you know what? I got enough on here that's kind of squirting out. That's going to be perfect. There. Normally don't say too much glue is a good thing, right? Okay, so let's put this on here. Like that. And then we'll go ahead and add the top and the bottom. Now, I don't know if there's any other way to really put this camper together. This is, I think, the only way. I mean, you could use window sheets instead of the vellum. And I was going to try that, but I didn't. So maybe if I do one like that, I'll take and post it. Now, I didn't put a wreath on this one because you could use it anytime, you know, for anything. And then I have a awesome little like gift card holder that I kind of made, and let's see, get one little piece in here or a little glue. That for any kind of camping person, if you want to give them a gift card or some little candies or whatever. Okay, I'm not going to use that. I thought about using that red bow, but I don't know. Let's see. Nah, but you know what may work? Let's see. I have a little star left over too. What do you think about the star on the door? I think not. I think I'm going to leave it off. But okay, so here we go to put this together. This is the fun part. So you're going to be putting glue here, here, and here. And you could do either the front or the back first, your choice. You just want to make sure when you do this, and you don't want to put too much glue, but I just kind of go with the back. Let's tuck them up. You got to tuck them up though. And you just want that lined up. with like the bottom. Okay, and make sure that it's not sticking out. So you're kind of doing a couple things here, but if you can get the bottom on there, which, oops, I didn't do a very good job there. So let me see. I might have to do it this way. So that bottom fits just perfect though in there. Okay. And if it's easier not to add the glue until you're ready to put the flaps, and do that, because it might be a little easier. Okay, so you're going to put that there. And then this piece will be right there. So I'll show you once I got it. The other ones I didn't have too much trouble. I don't know why I had a little trouble with that. But so that's how it's put on there, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. So you don't really see it. Might see just a little bit, but not much, okay? So then you're going to do the same thing here. I think for me, it's easier putting the glue on all of it, and you don't need a lot of glue. But so then I'm just going to line my bottom up. Make sure I got the inside there so it looks even. In the back side, the second side you do might be a tad bit easier to do, maybe if I'm not moving my box. Okay, there. Oops, that might have to be a little closer. You just basically kind of don't want to see the box. I'm just pressing it down with my bone folder, okay? It's got a little glue on there. So that's all there is to it. Now, I did make one with this, I think this is the Starry Sky. And I did snip this off, but you know what? If you're putting something in there, I would just say leave both hitches on there. It gives it just a little more, like, to make it stable. But I don't know if you can see or not, but I actually used designer paper for the curtains. You can't really see that well, but it's kind of cute. So if you don't want to put the flag on there and want to do the curtain where you see it more, I would use designer paper. But I thought this was so cute and so easy. I mean, it is easy. It's a little tedious, but how cute would that be with a whole bunch of them? I did one yesterday too on the live. You know, sitting on the table and a little gift in there. So, okay. And then my other thing that I made that I was telling you about is I did the same thing, but I added a wreath. I did Season's Greetings, and these are little peekaboo bags, I think they're called. Let's see. You can't put a lot in them, but you could put some little candies in there, and a gift card. I think a gift card would be awesome. Now, I could have even gone further and done designer paper underneath here, and then I thought it'd be really cute to put a hole in here and tie like a little you know, string so you could hang it from the tree. But you could have a bunch of these, and then you could even write, you know, to and from here if you want to, or down here, or even up here, really. But I just think that'd be really cute. You could actually put your little tag to and from here. So, but I thought that was cute. And this, I just tied, I don't know, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little strings I cut about maybe 5 inches. And then I just tied a little knot in the middle with another string and bunched them all together. And I thought this was kind of fun instead of a regular bow. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you like better? Which project? I think they're all adorable. And if you need, you know, any help, or you'd like to order any products to get you started, or whatever, or just have questions or a comment if you like something, I appreciate it, okay? So, and share with your crafty friends, because that's always fun too. So there's our 4 projects basically. And this is just the stylish, not shapes, I think, or whatever, but there's, let me see. I have it right here. I used the stylish shape dies for this circle, okay? But everything else is pretty much the same. So you guys have a great weekend, and I'll try Facebook Live again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.